Good morning from a mysterious location in the south of France, and welcome to the tour that you didn't know you were waiting for. The full tour of the flat in the south of France that my father bought back in 1999 for 26,000 euros. Are you ready for it? Ta-da! That is the full tour of the flat. Actually, no, there is a bathroom. The tour starts with the bathroom. There we go. A magnificent bathroom. There's even a loo, I mean all mod cons. And a shower, though possibly not as mod con as you would hope, because there's actually nowhere to attach the shower. But other than that, it's a delightful little bathroom and even has space for a bath. Then as you walk through, you get to a magnificent bedroom. There's basically a corridor area with bunk beds in it. And Nick and I have slept there many a time whilst my parents were in the main room. And finally, the moment we've all been waiting for, the flat itself. Yes, it is a studio flat, but it has everything that we need. This is a sofa bed, but Philip and I arrived last night, so we've spun it round and opened it. It's quite small, but surprisingly comfortable. There is a little kitchen corner with a washing machine and a tiny little fridge, and what I like to call the island unit, because technically we could wheel it out and use it as an island if there was space to do so. Then the dining room, and we finish with the library. My father bought this flat so that we could come and be near my grandmother. She lived in Béziers, and this flat is in Cap d'Agde, a port, very new, modern port near the historic town of Agde. And we used to come very regularly, but my grandmother died in 2018, just before I started the vlog, and the last time I came to this flat was for her funeral, and I didn't have the heart to come back after that. And in all these years, I haven't been back, which is why I've never brought you here before. It has been used because Dana comes here, Annalise and the boys come every year for their summer holidays, Marie's been a few times, and occasionally even Mummy and Percy come here. So it luckily is used, but I just haven't had the heart. But this time, because my aunt and uncle have moved to the south and we wanted to come and see their house and visit them, I thought it was time for Philip to come and discover Cap d'Agde. And I'm so happy that we did that, because I'm loving it. All these memories are flooding back, but not in a bad way, in a very good way. And although you have now had the full tour of the flat, I have left the best bit till last. And that is the view. This is the view from, well, do I call it a sitting room? Do I call it a bedroom? Do I call it a library? It's the view. But wait until you see the terrace. Now, we don't have any terrace furniture or anything yet, but look at that. Isn't it just the most magnificent view? And this is why my family chose it all those years ago. It might not have a lot of space, but it was only ever a bolt hole. And how wonderful to wake up to this in the morning. I can't believe I've stayed away all this time because I was scared of how I'd feel. It's good to be back, and it's great to be here with Philip. I think he's really enjoying all of this, and no flat is too small to make a dramatic table. It's amazing how it's the little things here that are making us so happy. Philip brought a tiny pile of tablecloths and various other bits and pieces from home.
Marie and I did a massive clear out of all the tablecloths in the laundry room, and these are all the ones that I don't think all Lance felt agreed.
Yeah, absolutely. I know they didn't fit at Lalande,
Exactly.
did they? They were too small,
or they were not the right style.
And there's also a couple that were here, and I don't know what these are like. I don't remember any of them. Oh, it's just fabric, I think.
Yeah, that's what I thought.
Maybe it's just fabric.
Curtains or something.
I wonder if Mummy found these bits of fabric and brought them. Okay, let's have a look at that as well. I like the colours then. When you look out of the window, it's exactly the same colours being brought through.
Because of the plates that we have.
Philip has made an absolutely massive pile of things that can go. So there were old cushions. These are not good. Can you see how they've gone completely bubbly? So some things are for binning, and then a lot of things are to go to the charity shop. So we'll be taking a big pile of things to the charity shop. You did a really great job, Philip.
Thank you.
I think that there were 20 years of things in the drawers. So these are all basically empty now, aren't
That's why
they?
your father bought it, because it's beautiful. The view is just stunning.
It is amazing. I'd forgotten how wonderful it was. I think it was too painful, the thought of coming back.
Yeah.
But now being here with you makes that completely different. My father and I bought these plates together years and years ago, as soon as we got the place in Cap d'Agde. Aren't they lovely? And these are new. These are from Monoprix.
Yes.
Which is a chain in France who do collaborations a little bit like H&M with designers, and they're very low cost. And so we found these. They're perfect with it.
Nearly.
That is good enough. Actually, for the seaside. Well, come on.
They go quite well with your father's painting.
They do. Yeah, I think that was a really good choice for here. And the set that I really love, sorry, I've actually just used this, is that Daddy and I got these from Whittards in England, sunflower ones, and they fit in really well with it too. They've been here all these years, but I just think it marries well together. There's the rest of the Whittards tea service. It's just delightful. And these are the bowls we already had. We only seem to have 3 left, which is why we needed some more bowls. These are the big bowls that we actually had at Lalande, even though they were part of this set. I'm trying to show you there. So we brought them back to meet their friends. And the set that these bowls came from also had little platters. And actually, by the time we looked, they'd almost sold out, because it's like the H&M collaboration. As soon as they come out, they're sold out. But we managed to get these 2 and 1 big similar platter. The collaboration was with Alexandre Benjamin Navet. This is the big platter. So obviously for life by the sea, we can just buy some fish, make a big salad. That's perfect in the evening. I like the idea of this fabric, but this is a no. It is very stained. I think someone must have brought it, someone who was renting the flat, used it as a tablecloth.
And then left it after they decided to realise, yeah, that didn't work.
I think that these can go. We're in 2 minds about this one. It's just slightly too small, so it can only work on a diagonal. Philip likes it. You think it's quite bistro-y.
Well, I
colours
think
are great.
we would need to just bring 1 white tablecloth. Maybe one of the small ones we don't use.
I think in a holiday home, we're never going to use 2 tablecloths.
Have you met me?
Philip's not loving the texture of this one.
Well, I don't know. What do you think? I mean, the colours are actually really nice.
It's another bistro-style way of doing it, which I'm not convinced about. Ooh, well, now you're talking. Okay, this one lives to fight another day.
Yeah, I think so.
Okay, one last one to try. That's a winner. Is that your favourite?
Well, actually, this with all the blue, it depends. There's so many options.
This feels a little bit like a summer holiday, so I'm acting as it is just for the next few minutes, and I'm going to sit and play June's Journey, and I'm very lucky because June's Journey have offered to sponsor today's video with this ad. Now, I've spoken to you all about this game before because I've been playing it for years. In fact, I started playing it long before they sponsored me. It was when I saw Michael Petherick's sponsorship for June's Journey. I was really intrigued and I started playing the game, and I've been hooked ever since. I love it for 2 reasons. One, it's a hidden object game, and that's my favourite sort of mobile games. I just love seeing the beautiful scenes and going through, looking for all of the objects. On top of that, you follow a storyline. There is the intrepid June, who is the heroine. She is a 1920s detective, very elegant. She travels the world, so you're always going around these lush locations all over the planet. But what I really, really love is the fact that as you progress through the game, you can restore your family estate. And there are so many different things to choose from. As you'll see here, I have created an entire area built on Venice. I mean, how could I not? I'm going to show you a glimpse from the very first chapter where June is trying to solve the murder of her sister. And because I've done this one before, there are so many things on here, it's going to be very hard. Just the globe that I can't find. Is it? Oh, it was right in front of me all along. And the same as the one we have in the winter salon as well. I absolutely love this one. I can play it for hours. And if you'd like to try June's Journey for yourself, you can download it for free by clicking the link in the description box below or scanning the QR code on the screen. And June's Journey is available on Android and iOS mobile devices, as well as on PC through Facebook Games. And I'm sorry, Philip, but you're just going to have to rule me out of anything for the next few minutes. I've dragged myself away from the game because it's time for us to go and get some food, because Philip's preparing all of these beautiful tables. What is the point of that if we have nothing to eat? And I'm remembering all of the food from my childhood. And one of the things that I really loved was tilleul. Tilleul de Sète is a type of pie from Set in the area. Set isn't very far from Cap d'Agde. It's an octopus pie with a tomatoey sauce, so tomatoey that it even stains the pastry. It goes red, and it's absolutely delicious. And I found out there's some specialty shops for it here in Agde and Cap d'Agde. So I want to go and see if I can find one of those and just all of the delicious foods that I remember from my childhood. And we're also going to go to Emmaus to take all of the things that we've been clearing from the flat. I'm seeing this as starting afresh. This is a new life. I'm no longer scared to come to the south of France, and I know I'll be coming here a lot more in future to be near my aunt and uncle. The fact that they've moved here is what's sort of unlocked my desire to return, and that's making me really happy. So let's go to the charity shop for a fresh start. We've made it to the car. We put everything in the boot that we're going to be clearing out of the flat, and we are off to Emmaus. Lancelot wildly excited in the back, as you can see, though possibly not as excited as Philip. We've arrived at the Emmaus, but the whole road leading to it seems to be the car park for it, or a massive traffic jam to it.
No, it's a car park. There's no people in the cars.
Okay, so they're just letting some people come through. I've never seen anything like it. Do we park up here and walk?
I don't... Well, the box is quite heavy, so...
You're right, let's go closer. There are definitely some spaces as we get a bit closer. We got super lucky with the parking in the end. I just wanted to show you where we are because it is such a beautiful Emmaus, and it's surrounded by all these wildflowers. And actually the sight of the poppies reminds me so much of being in the south of France with my grandmother. We've dropped everything off, but obviously we can't come to an Emmaus without just having a little peek inside. So let's see if there's any treasures.
I like how we both just decided that without checking with the other. We're just like,
We both knew. We knew we were going in.
Could you hold
Yeah,
this?
sure. Come on, darling.
You know how much I love that taxidermy.
Oh, that one is so bad. So bad.
I think we might need him.
There is zero chance that he is coming to Cap d'Agde with us.
I think... Oh my goodness, look at that. The teeth are on the side. This one's
Put the squirrel
particularly
down.
But look how bad he is.
I see you found something else.
Yes,
More of the kitchen glasses that we use for the breakfast sets.
they keep breaking.
I have also found something.
I like that
For
one.
yours. You like it? I
do.
think it's going to go so well with the things we have in Cap d'Agde. We don't have a jug.
I'm a bit on the fence, but I do like it. And obviously, can always use this, like a vase.
Yeah, and also, yes, we don't have any flowers, so I think it goes well.
I'm getting this.
Don't, please. Oh, I'm begging you. I'm begging you. I'm begging you. I'm begging.
Stop
This is
filming.
this is me. I will literally go down on bended knee. No, I really look. Philip, please do not buy
Please
this.
stop.
There's a reason Philip asked me to stop filming. He is getting a squirrel. He does have a good reason. I'm not allowed to say what the reason is, but I'm with it. It's a good reason. We're a bit torn. We've only got space for one jug, and both of these are quite nice. I think this will go better with what we have, but we both prefer the simplicity of this one. So I don't know which to go for. We've chosen this one. We have spent a long time considering this jug set with its 3 glasses. It's so bad. Wait, is it? Well, that's what we don't know. I think it's just so bad it's bad. I'm not sure it's looped round.
Just leave it.
I'm sort of with you as well, but okay, look, we've got a great jug. It's going to be very easy for us to stick with the theme we're going for, because you can see the sunflowers, yellow plates, very similar to ours. All of these bright sunshiny colours that we're looking for. Quite often we find things we really love and then we turn them round and find that we don't love the painting on them on one side. So I think that in itself is very elegant.
Better, I think.
That one is nicer. What have you found?
I like these.
These are the ones I grew up with.
With the green.
Yeah, with green.
Well, let's get these. I like
They're
these.
not particularly great. We have 2 perfect wine
Yes,
glasses.
gift from one of our guests. And that one, I love those 2. But the other ones that we have there are not very good. And there's 5.
That is more fun, isn't it?
I think we get these.
How much is it for that?
8.
That's including all of these, which I don't think we need.
Well, that means we can get rid of the ones that are there already, which are not great. I like them. I think they're fun. I think they're better than what we have there, which is...
Okay, but if in future we find something nicer, which I think is definitely possible, we bring them back to the charity shop.
€8 to charity.
Okay. I've never seen the Mazarin coffee cups with their actual coffee pot. That's the first time I see it in a set like that.
Have you seen the onion jug?
It's so weird that I like that. Oh, wow, that upped its game.
I prefer that.
Obviously, they didn't like it because they've marked it €1 cheaper than the jug we've chosen. I do like the onion side.
I like the onions too. They're good for onion gravy.
I wish this one still had its spout because he is darling. I think to get something like this, we would need a flat 3 times the size of the current flat. It's quite cool, actually.
Yeah, I agree.
Oh, don't you dare.
I said I hate them, but
They
they
go
sort
very
of
well
go
with
with
a
a teacup.
teapot.
That's what I mean.
Oh, what a shame it hasn't got a seat because it's almost the same as our
It's supposed to have a
tea
lid, right?
set.
But look, it doesn't have a hole for a lid.
Maybe it doesn't have a lid, that one. It's a salt one, isn't it?
I thought.
Or maybe you just put it on the wall and you can use it to stand up utensils or something.
Yeah, I don't think it's deep enough. But that's good that you mention it because oh my goodness.
We've gone off piece.
Yeah. We actually need something for utensils. When I was clearing everything yesterday,
Yes.
there's a few utensils on the
But I think not this because we don't know what to do with this, so this is just confusing us. I think it's probably for salt, but then I'd rather it had a lid.
You can find a
I don't
jug.
mind that square one underneath it, actually, but we're okay for platters? I think we're good for platters. Annalise uses my flat every summer with the boys, and she was saying that one of her fondest memories of it is standing having tea in one of the big sunflower teapots. And I see what she means. It just feels like summer. So this is what we found, and I must admit, when you see it together, the green glasses go nicely with the vase. We're back in the car. Several green glasses, richer in one jug, and now we're going to go and see if we can buy that delicious octopus pie. Trust me, it doesn't sound great. It's amazing. That's the pies we're looking for, the chel. Let's go and have a look at them. Well, and most importantly, a taste. I cannot believe how excited I am because the minute I walked in, I noticed that, and that is stuffed squid. And my grandmother used to make that for me. It was my favourite dish here. Oh my goodness, they sell some amazing things here. Look, fresh anchovies, artichokes, gambas. Let's get some of this as well. They look amazing. These are the traditional pies. They also do one with a little bit of extra spicing. And this one has olives in, which is quite unusual. I'm going crazy. I've also ordered the artichokes, the lovely anchovies with chili, and the wonderful prawns. They just look too good. Oh, and of course, we had to get the garlic mayonnaise. We've just picked up bread from the boulangerie and it's still warm, and I've done exactly what I used to do as a child. I've eaten the top off, and my grandmother used to pretend that she didn't know it was me, and every time she would say, "That little mouse has been at the bread again on the way home." Aww. We've come back with lots of sel de Guérande, so that's not from this area at all. This is from very far away, actually, in Brittany. But we have these very cool salt and pepper shakers that I wanted to show you. They're from the same set as the platters. So this magnificent beast is the pepper, and there we have the salt mill. They look so good with this tablecloth.
Everything's coming together.
We have a visitor. Don't think Lancelot. Lancelot, is it a takeover? Is it an aerial takeover, my darling? You saw him off, didn't you, darling? I do have to show you Philip's pride and joy. The cupboard with the new glasses in. It does look good, Philip.
Thank you.
Yep, I admit it's better than what was there. It's quite jovial and seaside-y.
Wasn't very difficult.
€8 well spent. This is the stuffed squid. I put it in here because we've got a tiny little oven and I'm going to warm it up. There's quite a funny story behind these because this was my favourite thing, along with stuffed tomatoes when I was growing up. And when I arrived, my grandmother would always make me this or the stuffed tomatoes. And I thought it was stuffed chicken. And we'd even go to the fishmongers and she would say, "Could I have the chicken?" And I noticed her face was a bit odd. The chicken, because I probably wouldn't have eaten a squid. Well, I wouldn't have eaten squid as a child. And I found out, this is so embarrassing, at the age of 15, that this was not stuffed chicken breast. 15. I was the laughingstock of all of my uncles and aunts. And then I realised, obviously, squid's one of my favourite foods in the world. So this dish always makes me think of her. And usually when I order it in restaurants, they're stuffed with rice. My grandmother always stuffed them with pork. And these are stuffed with pork. So these are the old-fashioned way, just as my grandmother did them. And I love them. So they're going in the oven to warm up a little bit for tonight.
I actually think it's quite common for parents or grandparents to do that. I had a friend whose parents insisted that she loved those garlic mushrooms. They were snails.
Oh, no. This feels pretty special, Philip.
I'm looking forward to it.
I love it. It's beautiful. Oh, we should use our new jug as well.
Yes.
But look how pretty it is. We've got some herbs. I got parsley and coriander, 3 dips, artichoke, guacamole, and tzatziki. Then we have the anchovies and the gambas that I bought in the delicatessen. Of course, the aioli and the stuffed squid, along with courgette donuts, and of course the artichokes.
Bon appetit.
Bon appetit, my darling. I think our new jug has worked very well, though we're not using the glasses because we were gifted these 2 glasses as an engagement present from Simone, who came to stay with us recently.
Thank you so much, Simone. I love this one and the other one.
I know.
They're both different.
We keep swapping. They're beautiful. Cheers, and cheers, Simone.